Hey everyone, meet me again, Agustina Abarwati, in the conversation class at Polteka Mangunwijaya. I want to tell you about case study 1, privacy. Dr. D was an obstetric gynecology resident pursuing a joint residency at the State University Medical Center and the regional hospital. During an invasive surgical procedure, Dr. D was accidentally cut by the attending physician. The record does not indicate whether there was any actual blood contact between Dr. D and the patient. It appears there was no blood exposure, although no one can be certain. The following day, Dr. D voluntarily submitted to blood testing for the HIV virus. The result confirmed that Dr. D was HIV positive. After being informed of the test results, Dr. D willingly withdrew from participating in further surgical procedures, informed the appropriate officials of his condition, and requested a voluntary leave of absence. Upon investigation, the medical center identified 279 patients who had been involved to some degree with Dr. D during the course of their medical treatment. Likewise, the hospital identified 168 patients who had been in contact with Dr. D since the time of his joint residency. Unfortunately, hospital records do not necessarily indicate each time a physician is cut, nor do they specify the distinct role of each physician in a surgical procedure. Thus, every patient with a reasonable chance of exposure to Dr. D was included in the statistic outlined above. Both the medical center and the hospital filed petition alleging a compelling need to disclose information regarding Dr. D's condition to those patients potentially affected by contact with him. In addition, the hospitals believe there was a compelling need to disclose Dr. D's name to the other treating physicians in the department, so that those physicians could contact their patients in the event they had been assisted by Dr. D in any invasive procedures. In response, Dr. D asserted his right to privacy, arguing that no compelling need was tantamount to a justification to disclose his HIV-related information. And question about case study 1 is, should the hospitals disclose Dr. D's disease? My opinion is this case is a dilemma for the hospital because HIV virus is dangerous for community, while Dr. D does not give consent to disclose the condition of his illness. The hospitals have no right to disclose Dr. D's name to the other treating physician in the department. Dr. D's right to privacy is not different from that of any other person. Therefore, disclosing Dr. D's name is a severe violation of his right to privacy. The moral rules derived from physician are privacy, confidentiality, fidelity, and veracity. HIV examination in every person with voluntary and confidential participants and cannot be oblique because it is contrary to human rights, so there is a need for prior informed consent for the examination as well as for disclosing his health condition to others. The privacy of the person concerned and the confidentiality of their personal information should be respected. The most common practice for balancing the two rights is revealing and only the relevant information while avoiding disclosure of names, etc. That's all my opinion. Thank you.